Is it 12 a.m.? Yeah, it's 12:10 to be exact. And am I drinking a Monster? Yeah, I am. And are we gonna talk about the Ninja Turtles? Yeah, we are. So here's the deal. I am now officially halfway through the Ninja Turtles. I am halfway through season 3, which is like the halfway point. Technically, not really, because there's only 20 episodes in season 5, but I'm considering it the halfway point. I just finished the Battle for New York part 2. So I have one more episode left on the DVD I'm watching. Actually, hold on. This is the box set I have. There usually also this is our stuffed animal for the day. Donnie. Yes. Usually it comes with like a little cover art and like tells you which is which. I broke it. I didn't break it, but like it ripped and then I just stopped using it. So I lost it. But it has all 20 DVDs. Let me show you one for example. Try not to touch it too much. This one's already been touched a lot. Okay. Here it is. It always says Ninja Turtles and then what DVD it is because they all have names. And then they're not labeled like by number. So I went through, I saw somebody else do this and I was like, that's really smart. So I went through and labeled all of them. There's 2 front compartments and 2 back compartments. Back here's where I keep the later DVDs. So like 17, 20. I'm on, I have 1 episode left of 10. So I've reached double digits. And then here I keep upcoming ones, or just watched ones. And then here are some more upcoming ones. And then I keep all the old ones here. I'm gonna show you. Oh, I don't want to break these. Okay. Here she is. Here's baby girl number 1, Rise of the Turtles. And then these are just some other ones. So, basically, I'm gonna tell you about my journey with TNT, so I can stop fucking saying it, because I feel like I say it in every video I talk about TNT. Where's my dog? There he is. And then I'm gonna tell you about, not him, about, like, my thoughts somewhere. So basically, it's 2012 Ninja Turtles. I was 5 in 2012 because I was born in December of 2006. So usually when people are like, oh, I was born in 2006, that means I was 6 in 2012. Unless it was December, I was not 6. I was 5. So I was 5 when the Ninja Turtles came out. And I swear to God, I remember watching the first episode. I don't actually remember watching it, to be fair. But every time I watch the first episode, I'm like, I vividly remember this. Like, I know everything that's gonna happen. To be fair, I've seen the first episode many times because I wanted to rewatch the Ninja Turtles. Watched 1 episode, didn't watch anymore, and. Wait, so hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I watched as a child up until the space season, which is season 4. They go to space. I was like, I think it ended in 2017, so that must have been like 2015, 2016. No way. I think I was in the 4th grade when I stopped watching it. So I watched it from kindergarten to the 4th grade, and I was like, this is getting weird. And I stopped watching it. But I was a Ninja Turtle girl. Okay, I cannot overstate how much of a Ninja Turtle girl I was. I had all the toys. My favorite was Donatello. I'm reformed now. I have a new favorite. But I was obsessed with the Ninja Turtles. And then when I was in high school, it's like, oh, I should rewatch the Ninja Turtles. So I watched a literal episode. The first episode's so good. I could rewatch the first episode a million times. It's very good. And I was like, okay. And I didn't watch it. And then I went through a very traumatic breakup and I watched up until season 4. I have a bad habit of once the show's getting closer to the end, I don't finish it. I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to finish it. I don't want it to end, so I'm not going to finish it. Which is stupid. Don't do that. I actually have seen every single episode of Soul Eater when I was in the 6th grade, except last episode because I didn't want to finish it. I still haven't finished Soul Eater. So, I probably will at some point because it's a very good show. It's probably my favorite anime. Yuri on Ice and Soul Eater. So good. But, and then, as of recently, as of February 21st, well, in 2025, I went through a traumatic life event. And what do you do after a traumatic life event? A couple months later, you watch the Ninja Turtles. That's kind of my coping mechanism. If anything bad happens to me, I'm just gonna watch the Ninja Turtles. Something sad happens to me, I'm gonna watch the Ninja Turtles. Something shitty happens to me, I'm gonna watch the Ninja Turtles. Good things happen, I'm gonna celebrate by watching the Ninja Turtles. It's a Ninja Turtle world and we're just living in it. Anyways, so I'm watching the Ninja Turtles. I'm currently halfway through. And I'm so sad. I was watching it at first on my portable DVD player, but it broke. Here's the thing about portable DVD players. They're great in concept, they break so easily. They break so easily. So, my dad recommended, he's like, you should get a really expensive one. That way it won't break as easily, because the expensive ones are obviously nicer. I just have to get a job first. But it's like one of the first things I'm gonna buy. And I thought that was going to be the end of my Ninja Turtle journey. I was like, if I can't watch it portable, I'm not going to watch it at all. I actually really like it. I set up a media corner over there. Wait, don't look at her. Okay, we're just going to do this. I set up a media... This is going to get really exhausting. I'm just going to... I always forget I have Naked Woman in my room. Okay. I set up a media corner back there because, I wanted to, and now it's really nice. I also set up my, okay, maybe I just break shit, because I watch all my DVDs in my room on my PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 4. Flex. Got it. Got it in the 6th grade. It wasn't even for me, it was for my sister. But now my sister plays all their games on their computer. So. But got a PlayStation 4 when I was like in the 6th grade. And now I watch all my things there because I was originally using my DVD player, but then I broke the cord and it broke into my TV, so I can't use that TV anymore. But the DVD player still works. It just doesn't work for that TV, if that makes sense. So now I have the DVD player out there, so now I can watch DVDs out there. Naked Woman. Which is nice. But anyways, here are my favorites so far. So season 1, I actually didn't. I only started writing down my thoughts for, I don't even know. What's the earliest I wrote down Ninja Turtle thoughts? Hold on, let me see. I'm curious. I know it was it season 1? It might have been season 2. Oh, this journal, it's been through hell. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Okay. I know it wasn't here when I started. That's on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I didn't start reviewing till disc 7. Oh, okay. That's great. This just came out. Okay, we're putting this away. I didn't start reviewing till season 2. I swear I reviewed earlier. I swear. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. Yes. I started reviewing Disc 6, which is season 2, and the first episode I reviewed was Fungus Humongous. God, season 2 is so good. I like season 3 so far, but season 2 was so good. If it's not obvious, it's my favorite season. So let's talk about my favorites so far. So I didn't review anything for season 1. I probably have more favorites if I did. But my all-time favorite episode in season 1 is New Girl in Town when Karai gets introduced. I think Karai and Leo could have been so cute if they weren't siblings. The moment I found out they were siblings, I was like, no. Now I just think they have a really special bond. Really special bond. I don't hate the decision they made. I just think it's a little weird what they did. I think either direction would have been amazing. Don't like that they kind of did both. That's strange. However, New Girl in Town is I think it's one of the best episodes of children's media ever created. That might just be me though. I love Karai. I have become more of an April girly than a Karai girly just because, spoiler, after Karai gets mutated, we don't get much of her, and I did Google it. Okay, here's the thing. I love Googling spoilers. Donnie agrees with me. I love Googling spoilers. I'm the type of person that will enjoy a book, TV show, movie so much more if I know exactly what's going to happen. It does not ruin it at all for me to know the plot twist. Never has. And that's literally just because I'm anxious. It's because I'm anxious, and I have described this to people before, and they've been like, oh, I never heard of that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I get really emotionally attached to media, and I get so anxious about it, and if it doesn't have a happy ending, I'm not gonna watch it, babe. Except I will. Brokeback Mountain is one of my favorite movies. We could have had a real good life, but you didn't want to end us. Now all we got is Brokeback fucking Mountain. Yeah, haunts me every day. Anyways, New Girl in Town is an amazing episode. I love it so much. My favorite scene of all time, I think, in TMNT is when Leo knocks on April's door. And he's like, I found this girl. And April's like, tell me everything. And then Leo goes, she's part of the Foot Clan. And April literally goes from, and it's beautiful. I love April and Leo. We'll get to that more in a sec. I love Leo and April's relationship. I think they have one of the most interesting and fun relationships in all of TMNT. Okay. For season 2, the episode that really I took a break after disc 6 because I was just like, I just want to take a break. Maybe it was into disc 7. Either I took a break in disc 6 after disc 6 or like halfway through disc 7. But I started back up on the Manhattan Project, and those episodes are great. Those are the halfway through season 2. I don't know what that's called. I forgot what that's called in like TV show lingo, but those are like the season finale, like, I don't know. But those are really good episodes. My favorite thing, I am somebody who would love to like write TV shows one day. I don't think it'd be my main thing. I if I could choose, why am I like leaning into you? Hold on, I look a little stupid. I think if I could choose anything writing wise, I would be an author. I would write poetry and I would write novels. But however, comma, I would also love to write TV shows. I would love to be a scriptwriter. And so, especially a lot of the time when I was a kid, when like, we didn't call it role playing because we didn't want to look like losers. But we were 100% role playing. We just weren't on Discord role playing, babe. We were acting it out in real life, okay? You were 16 doing Molly, hooking up with random men in basements. Babe, I was role playing. We had different lived experiences, and it doesn't make either of us better than one another. You are just as much a human being as me if you hooked up with strange men and did Molly. I do have to ask you if that was consensual, how intoxicated you were. You might have to reflect on some of the behavior men did to you. But the point is, we're the same, babe, except I'm a role player and you're you. And one of my favorite things to do when I would roleplay was split up the characters into little groups, to see like dynamics and stuff, to act out dynamics. I think it's really fun. I also think TNT has a great core group. I think it also has a good amount of side characters. It definitely has a lot of side characters, but I think we get them steadily over time. It's not like we get like 1,000 side characters all at once. However, that might change when we get into season 4, just because they go into space. So that might change how I feel in season 4, because like I feel like we're getting a bunch of new side characters that I don't really care for. But as of standing season 3, I feel like we've gotten all of our side characters very steadily. And even when we just get the character for one episode, I feel like it's well done. So I really enjoy that. I forgot what I was gonna say. Give me a second. Oh, I feel like we have a really good core group, which is obviously the Turtles and April and Casey. That's what I consider the main characters. I feel like that's obvious. I don't know, some people might disagree with me. I really enjoy that group, and I really enjoyed when they're split up, especially when it's like a pairing we don't usually get. My favorite pairing is Leo and April. I love them together. I also love Raph and Casey together. I think they're boyfriends. Yes, I am the type of person that makes male-dominated media gay. Everything has to be gay. I have a gay agenda. It will all be gay. Every single person's becoming a bisexual. If you're not a bisexual, you're lesbian. Men, you don't have an option. You like boys. So. That's my opinion. Mazes and Mutants and Plan 10 and A Chinatown Ghost Story are all kind of filler episodes. Here's the thing I like a filler episode. I think TMNT, at least for season 2 specifically, but from what I've watched so far of it, has really good filler episodes. I think it's for 2 reasons, one biased, one not. I think the biased reason is I just enjoy these characters and I could watch them doing literally anything. I would watch the Ninja Turtles grocery shopping and I would have the best time of my life, and I'd write down in my journal how this is peak media and they're not doing it like they're not doing it how they used to. And then need to go back to making TMNT grocery shopping episodes because it's the best thing that's ever happened. I love the characters so much. I could watch 1,000 episodes of TMNT, 20,000 seasons. I don't care. I love it. I also just think the filler episodes are fun and they're interesting. A lot of filler episodes, I think it's a little ridiculous to have your TV show have 9 seasons, 20 plus episodes, 40 plus minute episodes. That's crazy. So I do think if you're gonna make me watch all of that, the filler episodes better be good. And I back for the, at least so far, I think the filler episodes are really fun. So those were my favorite filler episodes. Plan 10 was my favorite out of those. Plan 10 is when Raph gets his body switched with the crane. It's very good. It's very funny. If you like Raph at all, if he's your favorite ninja, I highly recommend. And then so far in season 3, oh, sorry, how can I forget? My favorite episode in season 2 was the Invasion Part 2, the season finale. It will haunt me for the rest of my life. I talked about it so much. I literally can't talk about it anymore, or else like I will just be a broken record. But Leo getting thrown through that window is engraved in my head for the rest of my life. That's gonna flash in my last 7 minutes. That's all I'm gonna think about. I don't care about my family. I don't care about my friends. I don't care about anybody except 2012 Leonardo. So far, my favorite episodes in season 3, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say, so I had to bite down on my bottom lip, are both farm episodes and Speed Demon and Eyes of the Chimera. I think I'm saying that right. Speed Demon was just really fun. Donnie and Casey are a really fun duo. I really like them. Most of the time they're paired together, it's because they hate each other. In this one, they liked each other. I thought it was a really fun episode. I love the farm episodes. And Eyes of the Chimera was so much fun because it was a Leo and April episode. Okay, here's the thing. I don't ship them necessarily. Would I mind if they got married happily ever after and then Raph got with Casey and we can find someone else for Donnie? We can figure something else for Donnie. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. However, I don't love shipping in children's media, at least like hardcore aggressively. I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, oh, these characters would be cute together, which is kind of how I feel about Leo and April. I think they'd be cute together, but I also just think they have one of the most interesting dynamics. I think genuinely, if like Leo were to die, April would be the leader. Raph obviously would like take a big responsibility, but April would be the leader, and I feel like April is the second in command. Like I love her so much. I'm an April defender. When I started rewatching this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna probably find April really annoying and stuff. That was probably internalized misogyny because April's fucking great. I do think she's overpowered. I don't care. I think she's incredible. I think she's the kindest member of the group. I think she's so sweet and so loving and has so much to offer. I love her so much. I think, honestly, I love the boys. I love the turtles. I don't love Casey. I hate Casey. I'm a Casey hater. But I feel like they bring such a negativity sometimes, and April is such a good balance. I feel like I know she's not Splinter's daughter, but she's Splinter's daughter. She's Splinter's daughter. Like she. I just love her so much. She's such a good person, and I feel like she fits so well with Leo. And if he can't be with Karai because they're siblings, then I think he should be with April. But I'm not the biggest fan of like shipping in children's media, especially when the main characters are children. Like, I also think Toph and Aang should have, in Avatar, I think Toph and Aang should have ended up together. I think they made way more sense than Katara and Aang. However, that's not my decision. So, yeah. I really love that episode of Leo and April. I think they're so cute together. I love them so much. I honestly might rewatch it. I probably will rewatch it every once in a while just because I loved it so much. I don't think I'll probably rewatch New Girl in Town and Eyes of the Chimera and Speed Demon a lot. I don't think I'm gonna rewatch much episodes from season 2, specifically the finale. I feel like I have to earn those. However, I can see myself just rewatching season 2. I'm gonna go for Ninja Turtle Withdrawals when I finish this. I'm also watching Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I'm on season 2, episode 7. I plan to finish it next month, in June. Next month is Pride Month. I plan to finish it during Pride Month. Probably, I don't know, probably like halfway through. It really depends how much I like focus in and like really decide like if I'm gonna focus on it, because I'm really on a Ninja Turtle kick. But I feel like I could do, how many, okay, that's 19, no, that's gonna be 20, because okay, 20, yeah, I'll probably finish it, like, hopefully early June is the goal. And then I'm gonna start watching Gravity Falls, because I can't, like, go on a media kick and not watch Gravity Falls. But I don't know what I'm gonna watch after Ninja Turtles, but I do definitely know I'm going to rewatch the show eventually, and my goal for this rewatch is to finish it, even season 5. I want to watch season 5 at least once, and if I don't like it, I don't ever have to watch it again. If I love it, then I can watch it whenever, but I want to watch it at least once. So that's my goal. And then I know I'm gonna rewatch it though at some point. This show, I might rewatch it yearly. We'll see. But I definitely want to rewatch it during October because it's a spooky show. Like Ninja Turtles, especially like early season 2 and season 1, are like they have some spooky ass episodes. So I am excited to watch them during October. Okay, my favorite disc so far was disc 9, which is the all the farm episodes. Basically, it's like all the farm episodes except one. I love Disc 9. I watched it all in. It was generally the best day of my life. I watched it all in one sitting. I'd never done that with the disc before, but I wanted to, and I was like, I'm gonna reward myself with a whole disc of Ninja Turtles. My dad gave me the living room for the day because there was no hockey on. Also, Montreal. I don't know if you care. Montreal went to the next round in the Stanley Cup. We're not Montreal fans. Oh, fuck. We're Penguins fans. But I was rooting for Montreal, so I am excited. But I got the living room to myself. I walked down and got some Taco Bell, got a Polar Pop, because the gas station right next to the Taco Bell. And yeah, it was just incredible. It was just incredible. I loved it so much. I genuinely had a great time. I loved it. It was so much fun. The farm era is. I wish it would have lasted longer, honestly, because they're in space for like 14 episodes, and maybe 13, and they were only at the farm for like 8 episodes, which is sad because the farm episodes. I can also see myself rewatching the farm episodes, like Disc 9 specifically. I'll probably rewatch that. Like, I'm not gonna let myself rewatch anything until I finish. However, once I finish, I absolutely will be rewatching the farm episodes, New Girl in Town, and maybe possibly season 2. We'll see. I might rewatch more stuff depending on how I feel about season 4 and season 5, but that's what I'm definitely gonna rewatch. My favorite era is the Farmhouse era. Love it so much. My favorite channel is Leo. That wasn't obvious. I love Leo. I was a Donnie girl growing up my whole life, but I've become a Leo girl. It was mainly when I was 16. This was an age appropriate crush. He's 15 in the start of the show. I had a huge crush on him. It was mainly because I found his voice really sexy. Obviously, I don't anymore. He's 15, I'm 19. That would be weird. But as a 16-year-old, I had a huge crush on Leo, and I loved him so much. And I was like, I loved every single part of him. I was like, oh my god, I love him so much. Just my baby. And now I love him so much in a very different way. Not in like I have a crush on him at all, but I just like generally I love his character. I get very emotional about Leo. I do cry over him. I have cried over Leo before, and I probably will again. I love him so much. When Splinter dies, spoiler, when Splinter dies, I'm going to be a fucking wreck, and I'm never gonna watch that episode again after I finish it. I don't ever want to see that bullshit again. My favorite non-turtles, April. Really love her. I don't like Casey. Okay, here's the thing. The season 2 mid finale, I don't know what to call it, did not have nearly enough April and Casey, and I hate Casey. Even though I know the next, because I read ahead, the next episode is right ahead. I looked at the episodes. The next episode's a Casey centric episode, but it did not have enough April and Casey, which really upset me. I love April. I love April so much. I didn't expect to love her as much as I do. I don't ever remember loving her as much. To be clear, I never disliked April. But she's like not a character I like particularly like loved. But it was really the Chimera episode that made me realize like I love her so much. I genuinely think she's like one of the sweetest. I love her. I love her. I think she's such a sweetheart. And I think it will make me, when I watch other versions of TMNT, respect April so much. Because I just think she's such a sweetheart. I love her so much. My favorite side character / mutant is Leatherhead. I really love Leatherhead. I really love him and Mikey's relationship. Also, I didn't put it on here, but Ice Cream Kitty is my favorite, like, of the Turtles' pets. The turtles have like mutants that mirror them, and they also have pets that reflect them. And Ice Cream Kitty is my favorite. It's Mikey's pet. I really love Ice Cream Kitty. I think she's so cute, and I think her and Mikey are so funny together and so adorable. So I love Ice Cream Kitty. I'm gonna have to write that down. My favorite villain is Rocksteady and Razar. I love Rocksteady because he reminds me of Ilya Rozanov. Rozanov? I don't know. I feel like I say his name wrong. I think it's really funny that they put Ilya in 2012 TMNT, and if I ever talk to Connor Story, I'm going to tell him how I loved his work in the 2012 Ninja Turtles. And I love Razar because I'm attracted to him. I've grown up, I've moved past Leo, and now I want the mutant dog. The bony mutant black dog. Who looks like the Grim Reaper in dog form. I want him. I want him in many ways that we won't be getting into. I want to kiss him on the mouth. Come here, Razar. I also think him and Fish Face's dynamic is really funny. I think they're really funny. I think all of Shredder's minions are really funny, except Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw is just kind of like... I also think Tiger Claw is... I don't think he's funny, but I think every time Tiger Claw speaks, I'm like, you're a terrible person, but you are, in fact, like, spitting bars. Like, he has, like... I have respect for Tiger Claw. The rest of them I have no respect for, but I do think they're hilarious. I do think every single one in Shredder's crew is very funny. I like Shredder's crew better than Crane. And then my honorable mentions are Splinter and Karai. I didn't know where to put Karai because I do think I like April more than Karai as of now. That might change when Karai becomes human again. I looked it up. She doesn't become human again until season 4, episode 14. But I really like Karai. And I love Splinter. Splinter pisses me off sometimes because sometimes I'm like, you just tell these children to risk their lives every day and you sit on your ass and do nothing. And also, he does beat his kids sometimes, which, Splinter, don't make me call CPS. They're not going to do anything because they're suck at their job. But also, they might ask some questions why you're a giant rat. But that's the point. And my favorite season so far has been season 2. Really loved it. I liked season 1 a lot. But season 2 is just like, it's like, you know, when you like watch something, you're like, oh, this is really good, but then you get to like that good part, and you're like, this is the payoff. This is the fruit of my labor. And then season 3 has been really fun so far, but mainly the farm episodes has been my favorite. It's been a lot of like plot stuff, which I know sounds ridiculous to get mad at plot stuff, but I'm a filler girl when it comes to TNT. I love a filler episode. So I'm probably gonna go watch the next episode of TNT. So yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures with him, and then we're gonna watch the next episode. Okay, bye.